MPPs back here at Queen's Park today after a hiatus last week. It was anything but quiet when they were away, though, because Premier Doug Ford reshuffled his cabinet, or shuffled it for the first time in his just 4 months in government, after allegations of sexual misconduct. Now, Doug Ford was standing in the legislature defending his team, rallying them on. It is in a way only he can.
The PC government has ended up getting more things done than any government in the history of Ontario. It's been unprecedented. Unbelievable. This is the best cabinet, best caucus this province has ever seen. Ever.
It was a raucous first day back. Veteran MPP Jim Wilson was nowhere in sight after he was kicked out of cabinet and the party after being accused of sexual misconduct. Another cabinet minister, Michael Tobolo, was demoted from community safety to tourism after reports surfaced he was chastised but not charged for his role as a lawyer in a $40 million Ponzi scheme 20 years ago. But you would never know he was downgraded to a lower post.
The Minister of Tourism was instrumental in creating Italian Heritage Month. He's a champion when it comes to heritage. He's a champion when it comes to tourism.
Are you the best finance minister ever? We're hearing there's a lot of bests here. Premier Ford makes big, bold statements. Best government ever. They've done the most ever. Best cabinet ever. I mean, is he sounding more and more like Trump?
Listen, I have to agree with him. I think we've got a great team, and he's very proud of the team that we have.
Now, the Liberals were criticizing Doug Ford because he waited several days before acknowledging there was an allegation of sexual misconduct. But they have their own skeletons they've never dealt with either.
The best thing for everyone involved would have been if the Premier and his government were thoughtful and straightforward and transparent.
In fairness, let's call it out. The Liberals didn't do so well when two of their MPPs mysteriously disappeared and were sanctioned, with lots of rumors going around. You guys were never transparent and open and honest about that.
Well, what we did is we put forward a process. Now, you have to remember, you're going back 2 years, 3 years. So we put forward a process that inside our party, we have we had a party. Out of those things that happened, we have a harassment policy. We trained all our staff. We trained all our members.
On another note, I've been telling you how nasty the tone is with this government here at Queen's Park between the opposition and the PCs. And today there was a bizarre moment when NDP MPP Taras Natashak pointed his finger right at the Premier across the aisle and yelled at him, "You're the best gift that we've ever gotten." And he added to that, "I hope they keep you here because usually they turn over after a year." And of course, he's referring to the high turnover of PC leaders in the last few years. Now, the Premier laughed it off, but definitely the tone here is nastier than I've ever seen it. How does it add to the dialogue, though?
It absolutely doesn't add to the dialogue. I think we all acknowledge that. Again, on both sides of the House, we have heckles that can be, somewhat impactful to the person that's being heckled, and it doesn't add to the dialogue. In fact, it actually diminishes the dialogue, and we acknowledge that. And this has been an ongoing problem in the House since the start of this session here, and it's something that I think we're all trying to address and deal with, the decorum in the House.
Now, the big thing to watch here at Queen's Park this week is the release of the fall economic statement. That's coming on Thursday and will likely set the agenda for the government and how it spends its finances going forward.